Hi, Matt. How are you? Nice to see
I'm
you
great.
again.
Good to see you too. How you doing?
Great. Thank you. Congratulations for this amazing movie. It's really amazing. And I love this kind of movie with medieval stories, castles, knights, and swords. In your case, what do you like about the script?
Was this character of Marguerite de Carouge? Like, it just, because when I was reading it, I was reading about the men, and they because it was they were all born in the middle of this 100-year war. They lived, they fought, they raped and pillaged, and but I mean, it was like, and then they died, and this war was still going on. I was like, I don't see what the movie is here, and then, but when I got to her character, I went, oh wow, like this is a culture in which she wasn't even considered a human being, right? A woman was property. She was the property of her father, and then she became the property of her husband, who was usually a man about the age of her father. And, and it was usually a land deal, right? It was to consecrate some land deal, the real estate deal that these guys were making. And yet this woman suffered this indignity, and she stood up and spoke truth to power at the risk of her name, at the risk of being shamed and shunned and all of these things, and at the risk of her life, really, eventually. And she told her story again and again and again. And I just thought, wow, this is an amazing, heroic human being. Like, what a person to make a movie about. So that was really the reason to do it.
And about the physical part of your character, it was difficult to move in the knight armor, especially in the duel scene.
No, well, actually, we have an amazing wardrobe supervisor and a great armorer, and they worked together to design the armor so that we could move pretty well. And it's obviously not as heavy as the real stuff. The real stuff was I think, quite a bit of I think it would have looked a lot less cinematic if we'd done it exactly the way they did it.
Yeah.
In the book, Eric describes the duel in riveting detail. But when we looked at that, we just went, there's not really any of this that we can use, because it would just have been these two guys in tin cans kind of, bashing each other. And it looks better the way Ridley does it.
After The Martian, this is your second film with Ridley Scott. How was the experience to shoot with a legend behind the cameras?
He's amazing to work with. I mean, just amazing. And that's why when I read the book, I sent it to him first, because I was looking for something to do with him again. We had the best time together on The Martian. We had the best time on this one. Like, I love working with him. We both like to work fast. Being one of the writers on the project and being a producer, I was there every day. So, if we needed to make changes, we could go really quickly. And, that was just really, it was really about as fun as movie making gets for me. He shoots 4 cameras at a time, which it's amazing. I mean, Spielberg would work like that in the battle scenes on Saving Private Ryan. I remember him doing that. 4 and even more, but to work that way, it's just, you get this real energy and a real momentum around the camera. Nobody's going back to their trailers. There's not this other world that builds up around base camp. It's all around the camera because everything's happening fast, and there's a wonderful energy that you get working that way.
I saw the interview with you talking about your experience at the Boca Juniors Stadium. Are you still Boca Junior fan?
Of course, yeah. I get thrown out of my family if I wasn't. I want to stay with my family.
How is your Spanish now?
Nah, más o menos, es lo mismo. Lo mismo que siempre.
Lo mismo que siempre. Thank you so much. You're very kind.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.